Okay, chapter 5, Get Moving India from Smart English Course Book. Okay, so it is all about the sports in India we have. Clear? So let's begin. It is wrong to think that taking part in sports interferes with your studies. So many of us, we think that giving more preference in the sports, it interferes or it spoils your studies. Interferes, it means getting away from the studies. Okay, physical exercises is extremely important for your mind and body. Okay, so to keep us fit ourselves, to keep our body fit, physical exercise is very much important. When learning how to play a particular game, you have to learn the rules and remember them. So while you are playing a particular game, okay, indoor game or outdoor game, you should learn the rules of the game, and also you should learn the rules of the game. You must learn how to compete and be a part of a team. Okay, so whether in any games, okay, you should know that now you have to compete with the other team or the other player. Okay, so you should be ready. You should be always ready for that. Even if the sport is not a team sports, you have to work with a trainer and a dietitian. Trainer, it means coach, the one who teaches you or trained you in a particular game, clear, in a particular sports. And dietitian means a person who tells you what to eat or what not to eat. And practice with other sports person while you are still learning the sports. Okay, so even if the sport is not a team sport, you have to work with a trainer. Means if you are not having any team or you are not having any competitions with anyone, then there is a trainer and a dietitian who will teach you everything. Clear? So you learn to get along with the people. So the trainer or the coach will make you to play with the sports person so that you can learn that particular game. You learn how to get along with the people, to depend on people and to believe them and follow what they say. So in this process you will learn so many things. You will be learning how to be with the people, how to get along with the people, and how to learn what to learn, okay, and how to follow the rules and how to follow the people, and how to believe in yourself and also in your team. You also learn to understand the person who you are competing against. Okay, so it is also very important to know who is the one who is opposite to you, means who is in your competition. Okay, another player. You should know about him, about his weaknesses and about his strengths. If you are a captain of a team, you learn how to be a good leader. And if you become a captain of a team, you should be a good leader. You should be together, okay, and follow the correct rules of the games. Clear? In team games, players have a special roles. Look at the goalkeeper in a game of football or a hockey. He has to keep his eye on the ball and the player who has it. His eyes must follow the progress of the ball, and as it moves from one player to the another, it is his responsibility to hold on to the ball and help his team to score points. So every player has its own role in a game. Like in the game of hockey or in a football, a goalkeeper has its, what role he has. He has to see what the other players are doing on the playground. Okay, so he have to see where the ball is going and where the another player is throwing the balls. Yes, so in this way he have to keep his eye on the ball as well as on the players. Clear? Just to score a good points in their part. Playing game is not easy. It is like studying and sitting for an exam. A student who is a good sports person often also does well in his studies. Let's look at a few popular games played in India. So, playing games is also not an easy thing. Okay, it is also like studying a particular subject and sitting for an exam. It needs lots of practices. A student who is a good sports person often also does well in his studies. So some of the students are there who are good in studies also, and also in the sports, in the games. Clear? So let's look at a few popular games which are played in India. Some games like hockey, football and cricket were introduced to Indians by the British. So some of the games were being introduced by the British, like hockey, football and cricket. The first hockey club was started in Kolkata, earlier called Calcutta, in 1885 to 86. So the first hockey club was introduced, was started in Kolkata, which was known as Calcutta earlier in the year 1885 to 86. The Indian hockey team played for the first time in the Olympic 1924. Okay, for the first time they played in the year 1924. Which team? The Indian team in the Olympic. Clear? Okay, the Indian hockey team played for the first time in Olympics in 1924, where at Amsterdam. Okay, and came home with a gold medal without giving away a single goal. So in 1924, India bought a gold medal in Olympics. The crowd of Amsterdam was amazed at the way the famous hockey player Dhyan Chand played. So everybody know he is the famous hockey player Dhyan Chand. Okay, so he was the one who brought gold medal to India. From 1928 to 1956, the Indian hockey team won 24 matches in row, including 6 Olympic gold medals. Okay. So in the year from the year 1926 to 1956, India win continuously, okay, bringing gold medal to India. No other country has ever come closer to this record. For many years, the Indian hockey teams did not perform well. So after that many years, okay, India did not perform well in the hockey. But now that bad period is over, and once again our hockey teams are making us proud. Okay, the girls of Indian women's national field hockey are called the Golden Girls of Hockey. Okay, so the Indian women's national field hockey team, they are known as what? Golden Girls of Hockey. They represent India in international field hockey competition. Okay, so cricket is now this was over. It was all about the hockey. So the girls were known as what? Golden Girls of Hockey. They always represented India in international field of hockey competition. Now next is cricket. Cricket is the most popular game in India today. The game is played all over the country. When the Indian teams play matches in India or abroad, every radio and television setting turned on. So cricket is one of the famous game played in India. Okay, and it is played all over, not only in India, all over the world also. When the Indian teams play match in India or in abroad, the televisions and the radio are turned on. People listen to the commentary or watch the matches on TV. India has produced great cricketers from Dilip Sardesi, Ajit Wadekar and Farokh Engineer to Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, Ravi Shastri and Sachin Tendulkar. So these were the famous cricketer who gave, a best team or the best thing, game in India. Every year, stars like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli and numerous other rises to entertain the world with their cricketing skills. Okay, so everybody know Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Virat Kohli. The present, they are the one who are entertaining with the cricketing skills. The Indian women's national cricket team, also known as Women in Blue, represent India in international women's cricket team. Not even the men, also the women are also champion in Indian cricket team. Okay, they represent India in international women's cricket and also in ICC Women's Championship. Some famous Indian women cricketers are Dinah Fram, Idul Anjum Chopra, Mithali Raj and Jhulan Nishit Goswami. Football is the second most popular game in India. British soldier began playing football in India in the middle of 19th century. The games were first played by army team. Later clubs were set up around the country. Clear? So football is the second largest game which is played in India. And who have brought this game? Actually British soldiers. Okay, first this game was being played by army teams and later the club was being set up and then uh, uh, the civilians started to play this. The Mohan Bagan Athletics Club began famous in 1911 when it became the first Indian team to lift the IFA Shield, a tournament earlier won only by British team based in India. Okay, so Mohan Bagan Athletic Club started becoming famous in 1911 and and when it became the first Indian team. Okay, so it became the first Indian team to lift the IFA award, IFA Shield. Okay, at first the Indian teams played barefooted. India even got a gold medal in the first Asian Games. Clear? So earlier days they used to play barefoot, that means without boot, and now they started playing with the boot, and also they have won a gold medal in the first Asian game. Next is in 1956, after having put on the boots, India reached the semi-final in Melbourne Olympic football. The first Asian country to do so, it stood fourth in the tournament. Okay, so after when they started playing with with the boot, they got chance in a semi-final in Melbourne Olympic football. Okay, the first Asian country to do so. It stood fourth in tournament. This is called the golden phase of Indian football. So when they stood fourth in this tournament, it was known as golden phase of Indian football. Today, many more matches are being held so that our football teams in the state of India can compete against each other. Talented players from around the country are given an opportunity to practice the game and compete with other local and international teams. So many clubs are now made where the boys or girls, okay, they can go and practice football, they can learn football so that they can compete with each other, and next they can get selection in state level and then in national and then in international, and so on. They get chance to play in the Asian Cups or Olympics or many other things. Women football is also improving and more women around the country are playing football. Other games like Kabaddi and Kho-Kho are games that have been played in India for 100 years. In South India, Kabaddi is called Chedugad or Hututu. Clear? So, despite of this, this other games like badminton, football and cricket and hockey, there are other games like Kabaddi and Kho-Kho which is also being played in India. In South India, Kabaddi is known as Hututu or Chedgud. Clear? In Eastern Indian, men's Kabaddi is called Hududu and women's Kabaddi is called Kit-Kit. Kabaddi is a team game. From being a popular game in a village of India, Kabaddi is now a sport recognized national level. India touched another milestone in 2004 when she hosted the first ever Kabaddi World Cup in Mumbai and won the trophy. Well, this Kabaddi was being mainly originated from village, and then from village it became a national game. It is a team game, and later on it touched another milestone in 2004 from where they won the Kabaddi World Cup in Mumbai and won the trophy. A number of talented Kabaddi players have been recognized and brought laurels to the country. Laurels, it means prize and praises. The origin of Kabaddi can be traced to prehistoric time. Like Kabaddi used to be played as a way to develop the physical strength and speed in young men. So though as we know that it was being played in a village before in earlier, and also it used to develop the physical fitness, a physical strength in men. It was like a war game, helping young men to become a good alert soldier. Kabaddi also finds a place in Hindu mythology. It is said that sports kabaddi was created in a remembrance of Abhimanyu the warrior. Like Abhimanyu, he was trapped among those, soldiers, Similarly, here also it is a team game when one player is going to the opposite player, the enemy player. He is being surrounded by the enemies, like Abhimanyu. So that is why it is related to Abhimanyu the warrior. As per Buddhist literature, Gautam Buddha played Kabaddi just for fun. Today, millions of people from as many as 65 countries of the world play this game in its various form. Kabaddi is also a national sports of Bangladesh. Let's wake up in the importance of sports in our lives. Remember, a healthy body and a healthy mind is what we must aim for. So get up and get moving, India.